When I say we're about to make the best Philly cheesesteak ever, I mean it. Unless, of course, you're from Philly. And I say that because if you're from Philly, what I'm about to do will probably piss you off. It will not be traditional. It'll not be too far out there, but I'm sure there's things I'm doing that will not be traditional for you. Like I'm not using Cheese Whiz. Sorry. But it's gonna be damn good. Damn good with a special little twist at the end. So, we've got a couple main components when it comes to a cheesesteak, and one is ribeye. And no one, I think, should argue with ribeye being the meat of choice for a cheesesteak. And of course, peppers and onions. And those would be green peppers and yellow onions. We start by getting the peppers and onions on the flat top. Little oil, and on they go. And even though they were separated on the plate, they don't need to be anymore. These are just gonna start to soften over the next couple minutes. Now we cut our steak. And so what I've done is I've taken the ribeye, which happens to be a big one, and put it in the freezer about half hour, 45 minutes. It slices much easier when it is a little bit hard. So I'm gonna cut it against the grain. I don't need this fat here. So I'll take these pieces off. Little fat's fine. So now thin slices. It's all about that. You're gonna be hard pressed to get a slice this thin when the steak is like room temperature and soft. At this point, I don't like huge long slices, so I like to cut it in half and then just cut my slices from here. And once you've got a nice little pile, let's check our vegetables. Watch out. Oh. Look, a little color starting to get there. One more component I want to add to this particular cheesesteak will be mushrooms. Of course, they need a little oil. This is going to be amazing. And by the way, these are Cremini mushrooms. Baby portobellos. You could use white. They're just not really my favorite. Here's the deal. You want to get your mushrooms and your onions and peppers ready because the steak cooks so quickly, these guys, you don't want them to catch up. You want them to be there. Where do you taste this?
I'm so excited.
At this point, I want to add two things to the mushrooms. One is going to be garlic, and two will be a little Worcestershire. Just a bit. It's going to add a little gorgeous tang to this whole thing. Okay. So now have a look. The peppers and onions, softening beautifully. Push them off to that side. Let them just continue there on very low heat. Mushrooms, same thing. And now we're ready for the main event, almost. So I'm using a bun. I've cut it to make a little hinge. And I'm not sure what's traditional. I think French might be, but this is sourdough because I think it's just got more flavor. A little oil. I'm not even sure cooking a bun is traditional, but I love the flavor that the little crispiness gives. And now we're ready. So, more oil and some of our ribeye. And you want sizzling. The second you put it down, you want to make sure they're sizzling because that means it's going to cook the way you want. But you have to separate it. And look, it's cooking so quickly. Then it needs a little salt, pepper. We'll give this a splash of Worcestershire too. Sorry, Philadelphia. Even a kind of crappy steak sliced this thin and cooked quickly like this is going to be tender, but a ribeye with the extra fat and marbling. So now it's almost done. So get it in the shape of the bun. Add some provolone cheese and then get ready to cover it. Then we add a little water for steam and we cover it and now we get ready. And after about 30, 40 seconds, gorgeous. Now we assemble. So we take our bun. Perfectly crispy, it's gorgeous. This part will piss people off. You know I'm a Japanese Mayo fan and I'm gonna use it. And if you hate me for it, oh, you hate me for it. I'm just telling you, this is gonna honestly make your thing better. So now we'll put on some mushrooms and now some peppers And now the cheesesteak. Wow. Give me a break. And we have one more secret component. And the secret is an egg, thereby turning this into a breakfast Philly cheesesteak. Okay. Oh my. Look at that. Holy smokes. Is that gorgeous or what? I mean, come on. This bite. I've never even been to Philly. And I apologize if this is breaking hearts and confidence in me, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm telling you, the addition of the Mayo, the garlic and the Worcestershire in the mushrooms, the Worcestershire in the ribeye, the egg. Holy sh**. This is a cheesesteak to end all cheesesteaks. Come on now. If you've always made it the exact same way, break with tradition. Try this. Try this. And like us. And subscribe to us so you find out about these things before anybody else. And comment.